What if I told you that the single thought you're having right now, in this very moment, is literally shaping your tomorrow? In 1952, a minister named Norman Vincent Peale made a bold claim that changed millions of lives. He said that your thoughts aren't just random electrical impulses in your brain. They're creative forces. They're magnets. They're the architects of your destiny. And here's what's wild. He was right. Decades before neuroscience proved it, decades before we had brain scans showing how thoughts literally rewire neural pathways, he knew. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most influential self-help books ever written, The Power of Positive Thinking. And I'm not just going to summarize it. We're going to extract the pure gold from this book, test it against modern science, and give you a practical blueprint to transform your mind starting today. Because here's the truth. You're one thought away from a completely different life. Let's begin. Section 1. The Foundation. Belief shapes reality. The core premise. Norman Vincent Peale opens with a revolutionary idea. Belief is the most powerful force available to human beings. Not hope, not wishing, belief. Let me tell you a story that Peale shares in the book. There was a salesman, let's call him Frank, who was failing miserably. Every morning he'd look in the mirror and think, I'm going to fail today. No one wants what I'm selling. I'm not cut out for this. And guess what? He was right, every single day. One day, his manager pulled him aside and gave him a simple assignment. For the next 30 days before you leave your house, I want you to say out loud, I believe I will make this sale. I believe people need what I offer. I believe today will be successful. Frank thought it was nonsense, but he was desperate. 30 days later, Frank was the top salesman in his company. What changed? Not his product, not his territory, not his customers. Only one thing changed: his belief about what was possible. The principle explained. Peale argues that belief acts like a thermostat for your life. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your beliefs. Think about that for a moment. If you believe you're not smart enough, you'll sabotage opportunities to prove yourself right. If you believe relationships never work out for you, you'll unconsciously choose partners who confirm that belief. If you believe you're unlucky, you'll notice every setback and ignore every breakthrough. Your mind is like Google. Whatever you search for, it finds evidence of. Today, we call this the reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information. When you believe something strongly, your brain literally highlights evidence that supports it and filters out everything else. Action step for viewers. Right now, I want you to do something. Think about one area of your life where you're struggling. Got it? Now, ask yourself honestly, what do I believe about this area? If you're struggling financially, do you believe money is hard to come by? If you're lonely, do you believe good people are rare? If you're unhealthy, do you believe I just have bad genetics? Write down that limiting belief because we're about to destroy it. Section 2. The Prayer Formula. Connecting to Higher Power. The Spiritual Foundation. Now, Peale was a minister, so faith and prayer are woven throughout this book, and I know some of you might be religious, some spiritual, some atheist. Here's what I want you to understand. The principles work regardless of your belief system. Why? Because prayer, as Peale describes it, is really about three things. Clarity, getting clear on what you want. Belief, convincing your subconscious it's possible. Surrender, releasing anxiety and trusting the process. You can call that prayer, you can call it meditation, you can call it visualization. The mechanism is the same. The formula Peale teaches. Peale outlines what he calls the prayer formula for solving any problem. Step 1. Prayerize or visualize. Spend time each day clearly imagining the outcome you desire. See it, feel it, experience it mentally as if it's already done. Step 2. Picture. Create a mental image so vivid that it feels real. If you want confidence, picture yourself speaking boldly. If you want health, picture yourself energetic and strong. Step 3. Actualize. Act as if the thing you're praying for is already on its way. This is where faith meets action. A powerful story from the book. Peale tells the story of a mother whose son was struggling with severe anxiety and depression. Doctors had given up. Medications weren't working. Every night, this mother would sit quietly and picture her son healed. She'd see him laughing, working, living fully. She didn't beg God to fix him. She thanked God that he was already healed. She did this for months. Slowly, her son began to change. Not because of any new treatment. Something shifted inside him. Within a year, he was completely transformed. Coincidence? Maybe, but Peale documents dozens of stories like this. The scientific angle. Modern neuroscience has discovered something fascinating. Your brain can't distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you visualize something with emotion, you create the same neural pathways as if you actually experienced it. Athletes use this. Surgeons use this. Special forces use this. Why? Because it works. Action step. Here's your practice. Every morning and evening, spend 5 minutes visualizing your ideal day or your ideal outcome. Don't just see it, feel it. What does success feel like in your body? What does confidence sound like in your voice? Do this for 30 days and watch what happens. Section 3. The energy drain. How negative thinking destroys you. The hidden cost of negative thinking. Here's where Peale gets really practical. He explains that negative thoughts don't just make you feel bad, they literally drain your energy. Have you ever noticed that after spending time with a complainer, you feel exhausted? Or after dwelling on a problem for hours, you feel physically tired even though you didn't do anything physical? That's not in your head. Well, it is, but it's real. The worry epidemic. Peale dedicates significant space to worry. He calls it the most subtle and destructive of all human diseases. Here's a stunning statistic he shares. Studies from his era showed that the average person spends 70% of their mental energy on negative, worried, or anxious thoughts. Imagine running a business where 70% of your resources are wasted. You'd go bankrupt. That's what worry does to your life force. A story about energy. Peale describes a businessman who came to him completely burned out. He was sleeping 8 hours, eating well, not working overtime, but he was exhausted all the time. Peale asked him to track his thoughts for 1 day. Just notice them. The man came back shocked. He realized he spent his entire day catastrophizing. What if this deal falls through? What if my competitor steals my clients? What if the economy...
Section 4. The Power of Affirmations. Reprogramming your mind. Why affirmations work. One of Peale's most practical tools is the use of affirmations, positive statements repeated with conviction. Now, I know some of you are skeptical. Just saying nice things to myself won't change reality. And you're right. If you say, I am confident, while believing I'm a fraud, nothing changes. That's just lying to yourself. But here's what Peale understood that many people miss. Affirmations aren't about lying. They're about redirecting attention. The mechanism. When you repeat an affirmation, you're doing several things. Interrupting negative patterns. You can't think 2 thoughts simultaneously. Creating new neural pathways. Repetition builds mental highways. Directing your focus. You notice opportunities aligned with your statements.
Peale's formula for effective affirmations. Peale gives specific guidance. Use present tense, I am, not I will be. Make them personal. Use I statements. Keep them positive. Say what you want, not what you're avoiding. Repeat them with feeling. Emotion is the accelerator. Speak them out loud. There's power in vocalization. A transformative story. Peale shares about a woman who suffered from debilitating social anxiety. She couldn't attend parties, speak in groups, or even make phone calls without panic. He gave her 3 affirmations to repeat 50 times every morning and evening. I am a child of God, and therefore I have infinite worth. I am loved and accepted exactly as I am. I can do all things through faith which strengthens me. She thought it was ridiculous, but she was desperate, so she tried it. For the first week, she felt silly. The second week, something subtle shifted. By the 4th week, she noticed herself actually believing the words. By the 3rd month, she was attending social gatherings with genuine ease. The science of self-talk. Modern psychology has confirmed this. Dr. Ethan Kross at the University of Michigan discovered that self-talk, especially in the 3rd person, significantly reduces anxiety and improves performance. When you talk to yourself with encouraging words, you activate the same neural regions that light up when someone else encourages you. You can literally become your own coach. Examples of powerful affirmations. Peale suggests customizing affirmations to your specific challenges. For confidence, I possess deep inner strength and calm assurance. I face this day with faith and courage. For health, God's healing energy flows through every cell of my body. I am becoming stronger and healthier every day. For relationships, I attract positive, loving people into my life. I am worthy of deep connection and genuine friendship. For success, I am equipped with everything I need to succeed. Opportunities flow to me naturally. Action step. Create 3 personal affirmations right now. Write them down. Put them on your phone, on your mirror, in your car. Repeat them every morning before you start your day and every evening before bed. Speak them out loud with conviction. Give it 30 days. That's all. Just 30 days of consistent practice. Section 5. The company you keep. Environmental influence. You are the average of your influences. Peale makes a crucial point that often gets overlooked. Your environment is more powerful than your willpower. You can have the most positive thoughts in the world, but if you're surrounded by negativity, cynicism, and defeat, you'll be fighting an uphill battle every single day. The osmosis effect. He explains that we absorb the attitudes, beliefs, and energy of the people we spend the most time with. It happens unconsciously, like osmosis. Spend time with complainers, you'll start complaining. Spend time with pessimists, you'll start expecting the worst. Spend time with victims, you'll start feeling powerless. But the reverse is also true. A powerful example. Peale tells the story of a young man who wanted to start a business. Every time he shared his idea with his family, they shut it down. That'll never work. People like us don't do that. You'll lose everything. He was starting to believe them. Then he joined a business. Section 6. Taking action. Faith without works is dead. The action principle. Here's where a lot of people misunderstand the power of positive thinking. They think Peale is saying, just think good thoughts and everything will magically appear. That's not what he's saying at all. Peale is crystal clear. Positive thinking without positive action is wishful thinking. The formula. Peale teaches faith plus action equals results. You need both. Faith gives you courage. Action gives you experience. Together, they create momentum. A story of faith in action. Peale shares about a man who lost his job during a recession. He was terrified. He had a family to support, a mortgage, no savings. He started practicing positive thinking. He affirmed, The right opportunity is coming to me. I am guided to my perfect work. But he also took massive action. He networked, he applied to jobs, he learned new skills, he took contract work to stay active. Within 3 months, he landed a position better than the one he'd lost. Was it the positive thinking? Was it the action? It was both. The positive thinking kept him from spiraling into despair. The action created opportunities for good things to happen. Overcoming analysis paralysis. Peale addresses a common problem: people who overthink and underact. They want perfect clarity before they move. They want guaranteed success before they try. They want to feel ready before they begin. Peale's advice? Start before you're ready. Move before you have all the answers. Why? Because action creates clarity. You learn by doing. You build confidence by trying. The concept of acting as if. One of Peale's most powerful techniques is acting as if. If you want to be confident, act as if you're confident. Walk with your head up, speak with authority, make decisions quickly. If you want to be successful, act as if you're already successful. Dress well, be punctual, do high-quality work. If you want to be healthy, act as if you're healthy. Exercise, eat well, rest properly. Your actions send signals to your subconscious. When you act as if something is true, your mind starts to believe it, and when your mind believes it, your reality shifts. The feedback loop. Here's the beautiful cycle Peale describes: positive thinking to positive action to positive results to more positive thinking. Each success builds confidence for the next challenge. Each challenge overcome strengthens your belief in what's possible. Action step: the 72-hour rule. Here's a powerful commitment. When you have an idea or inspiration, take action on it within 72 hours. It doesn't have to be big action, it can be tiny. Make a phone call, send an email, do 15 minutes of research, buy a book, register for a course. Just do something to move the idea from your head into the physical world. Why? Because ideas that sit longer than 72 hours without action die. The energy dissipates, the doubt creeps in, the momentum vanishes. Act fast, act now, act imperfectly. Bringing it all together. So let's review what we've covered from this groundbreaking book. 1. Your beliefs shape your reality. Change your beliefs, change your life. 2. Prayer, visualization, and mental imagery are powerful tools for programming your subconscious mind. 3. Negative thinking drains your energy and sabotages your success. Practice mental hygiene. 4. Affirmations, when done correctly, rewire your brain and redirect your focus. 5. Your environment and relationships either lift you up or pull you down. Choose wisely. 6. Positive thinking must be paired with positive action to create real results. The ultimate truth. Here's what Norman Vincent Peale understood that changed millions of lives. You are not stuck. You are not limited by your past. You are not doomed to repeat the same patterns forever. You have a power within you right now, the power to choose your thoughts, and that power, when harnessed, can literally transform everything. Let me leave you with one last story from the book. There was a woman who had been depressed for years. She'd tried therapy, medication, everything.